You finish a long day of work. You're sitting on the couch. The fridge is aggressively empty, except for a jar of pickles and some questionable yogurt. You are tired. You are hungry. So you pick up your phone, open your favorite delivery app, and tell yourself the most common, expensive lie of the modern era. It's only a few extra dollars. Welcome to SketchCents, where everyday money problems get broken down in plain terms, without the fluff. I'm your host, and today, we are going to look at that $20 lunch you just ordered. Because the truth is, you didn't pay $20. You paid a 30% premium. You paid a convenience fee, a service fee, a delivery fee, and a hidden menu markup that you didn't even notice. We are going to look at the mathematical scam of delivery apps. Let's start with the feeling. We all know the feeling. You add a $12 basket of wings and a $4 order of fries to your cart. $16. Totally reasonable. You hit proceed to checkout, and suddenly the total is $28.14. You stare at the screen. You do that little mental gymnastics routine where you try to justify it. Well, I don't have to put on shoes. I don't have to find parking. It's raining. And before you know it, you swiped right, and a stranger is bringing you lukewarm fries for the price of a decent steak. This isn't just about being lazy. It's about a business model designed to weaponize your hunger. They know you are tired. They know you are hungry. And they have engineered a system to extract the maximum amount of money from you in the moment when your willpower is at its absolute lowest. Let's break down how they actually do it. It's not just one fee. It's a multi-layered attack on your wallet. First, there are the delivery fees. This is the obvious one. They tell you up front it's going to be $2.99 or $4.99 to get the food to your door. You see this and think, okay, I'm paying for the driver's time and gas. That seems fair enough. But then comes the service fee. This is usually a percentage of your subtotal. What is a service fee? It's the fee they charge you for the privilege of using the app that you just used to order the food. It's the digital equivalent of a bouncer charging you a cover just to walk into a restaurant. But the real magic trick, the part that is genuinely deceptive, is the hidden menu markup. If you walk into a restaurant and order that $12 basket of wings, it costs $12. If you order those exact same wings from that exact same restaurant through an app, they might cost $14.50. The restaurants mark up their prices on the apps to cover the massive commissions the apps charge them. So, you are paying a higher base price, and then the service fee is calculated as a percentage of that inflated price. You are paying a tax on a markup. It's like getting squeezed by two people who both insist they're not touching you. Let's do the math on a typical order. Let's say you order food twice a week. You think you're spending $20 an order, so that's $40 a week. $160 a month. But you aren't spending $20. You are spending $28. That's $56 a week. $224 a month. That's a difference of $64 a month. $768 a year. That's almost $800 a year that you are paying simply to not put on shoes and drive 10 minutes down the road. This is the mathematical scam. It's not a one-time hit. It's a compounding drain. It systematically erodes your monthly savings. You think you're doing everything right. You budget your groceries, you watch your subscriptions, and somehow the math still looks offended at the end of the month. Why? Because this isn't categorized as a major expense. It's categorized as convenience. And convenience is the silent killer of wealth. We justify it by saying, it's just this once. Or, I deserve a treat. And you do deserve a treat. But do you deserve to pay a 30% tax on that treat? The apps want you to think about the convenience. They want you to focus on the magic of food appearing at your door. They do not want you to look at the digital receipt. They rely on the fact that when you are hungry, you are not thinking like an accountant. You are thinking like an animal that needs calories. And that is exactly what they are monetizing. They are monetizing your exhaustion. They are taxing your fatigue. So, what is the practical reframe here? It's not to say you can never order delivery again. It's to stop treating it like a standard transaction. Start treating delivery apps like a luxury service. Because mathematically, that is exactly what they are. You wouldn't hire a private driver to take you to the grocery store every Tuesday. So, why are you hiring a private courier to bring you a box of wings? The next time you open that app, before you hit checkout, look at the subtotal, look at the fees, and ask yourself, am I willing to pay an $8 tax to not leave the house? Sometimes the answer will be yes. If you're sick, if you're working a double shift, fine, pay the tax, but make it an active choice, not a default habit. Because when you normalize a lifestyle tax, it quietly sabotages your long-term wealth. You trade future security for immediate comfort. And the apps are banking on the fact that you won't notice until it's too late. If this episode hit a little too close to home, that's the point. Most financial mistakes don't feel like mistakes while they're happening. They feel normal, routine, even justified. That's how they quietly chip away at your wealth. Hit subscribe so you don't miss the next breakdown, because each episode pulls apart another one of those normal habits that secretly cost you money. Drop a comment with the financial situation that's been bothering you, the thing that doesn't quite add up, the bill that keeps showing up, the decision you're second guessing. That's what gets decoded next. I'm Elias Thorne, and you've been watching SketchCents, where we don't just talk about money, we expose exactly where it's slipping through your hands. Catch you next time.